welcome to Golden Oro, baby. I know it's been a while. It's been a couple of days, maybe a week. um, yeah, yeah. Uh, eh. Isn't this shirt interesting? It like has a cutout in the tummy. I believe that this would be like a really good shirt if I had a tummy tattoo. One day I will have a tattoo like going past my tummy, but you know, that's besides the topic. Still, it's cute. I like it. Yeah. But anyways, let me just let you guys know what's going on with me right now. So I'm at home. I've been doing a lot of self-healing, like so much self-healing. So much, literally, like every single second, minute, hour, I am doing something that is healing myself. Whether it's playing my kalimba, reading my book, journaling, meditating, doing yoga, making alkaline foods, doing affirmations, doing shadow work, cleaning, or just laying there and watching YouTube videos that make me feel supported and loved. YouTube videos that are channeled messages to me. Usually I like to watch, tarot pick-a cards. They're really good. I feel like every single time I watch one, they're talking specifically to me, and I feel like that's a really good way that I can connect to God, God, source, creator, creatress. Yeah, it's really nice. So I'm really focusing on taking care of myself. I didn't let you guys know, but I will now. I quit my job. Yeah. T-Mobile, retail, phone sales was really draining. It was taking a lot out of me. Most days that I worked, if not every day, I forgot to eat my food. I wasn't drinking enough water. I was helping customers, which required a lot of energy that I wasn't refilling with the right amount of nutrients. My coworkers, though they tried, they had a lot of, negative energy sometimes. There was just a lot of negativity going on between my coworkers as well. Yeah, there were a lot of things going on. I did everything possible to keep positive, keep bright, shine my light, and be the best person that I could be under those circumstances. And it seemed like after my roommate left and I was alone, it seemed like I had less help. And in the first place, that person was helping. I don't believe that they were helping as much as they could have helped. It wasn't a 50-50 exchange. So I was still giving more, but it did make a difference after they left because I no longer, had rides to and from work, which I used my bike as transportation. And, that wasn't bad. I enjoy public transportation. It's actually really fun. But yeah, that did require a little bit of energy as well, and it also took a little bit more time. So instead of waking up at 9 to go in at 9:30, I would wake up at maybe 7:30 so that I can catch the bus at 8:09 to get to my job by 9. So I was having to, make a couple of adjustments. And then when I got off of work, there were times where the bus wasn't there because, the last bus runs at like 7:20 and I closed at 8:30, for example. So I would either need to get a ride or mainly get rides because Ubers are not the cheapest thing around. So, that was work. That was something that I had to work around. I had to schedule, I had to plan. I really stepped in and did everything that I could to make this work for myself. It seemed as if, yes, those things were working, but they were taking a toll on myself. Um, and just the fact that my work environment wasn't the most positive one, and I had to do so much work to keep up with the job itself and transportation and things of the sorts. Uh, it was difficult, and I felt like I was neglecting myself. And to be honest, it wasn't beneficial for me. It wasn't serving my best good. It wasn't serving my highest good. And to be honest, as the human being that I am and the amount of work and effort and energy that I put into things, I deserve better. I deserve the best. So one day I was at work and I was talking to my manager about something. I went to the back and I was just staring off into a wall, thinking about how I can best take care of myself, ways to adjust so that I can make myself feel better, feel more grounded, more stable, more whole, more complete. Happy. And he came in and he looked at me and he was just like, "Oh, what are you thinking about?" And I was just like, life, which was just me encapsulating all of what I was thinking about into life. Because self-care is literally life for me. That is my life. Taking care of myself. I feel like that is the biggest thing that there is for me to focus on in this reality. Taking care of myself. But in truth, I feel like that's the most important thing in any reality, any situation, anything. Taking care of yourself. Yes. So I let him know, yes, I'm thinking of life. And he thought it was funny. He just said that I'm a very interesting human being. And we kind of got into a conversation about that fact, because many times whenever he asks me what I'm thinking about, I usually express myself in that way, where I'm thinking about life, where I'm thinking about progression, what I want to do, how I can be the best person I can be. And he was talking to me about how that could be unhealthy, and not to focus on it as much, and to just enjoy life and things of the sorts, which I completely understand. I do feel like enjoyment is a big part of life as well. And the conversation continued, and the rest of my coworkers were also there, either listening or also giving their piece in the conversation. And we kind of came to a conclusion where we just did not agree. He feels like and felt like the fact that my main goal is to take care of myself and to focus on becoming the best person I can be he felt like it was harming me in some way, which to me didn't make sense. Because if my goal is to take care of myself and to become the best person I can be, that includes taking care of myself. Which, if me taking care of myself were unhealthy, then I would then not be doing it correctly. The biggest part of taking care of myself is taking care of myself. So the fact that he saw that as unhealthy was confusing to me. It didn't make sense. And as we were talking, and I was saying, yes, my goal is to be the best person I can be, and he was asking, what's the end goal? And to me, there is no end goal. My goal is to consistently be working towards being the best version of myself. That is not something that ends at any point in time of your life, in my opinion, from my perspective. Progression self-development, going forward, just becoming the best person you can be is a lifelong journey. He was asking, oh, you don't have any, attainable goals? And I was letting him know. So in this process of me becoming the best person that I could be, I have several different attainable goals to get closer to that person, get closer to that, to my highest consciousness, to my highest good, my highest self. So yes, I explained to him I do have, attainable goals. I understand that I need to have attainable goals for me to be able to progress. I do understand that I must have steps. I must take steps towards it. It's not something where I'm sitting here saying, I want to be the best version of myself and not doing anything. I'm not 100% sure what he understood or saw from what I was expressing in my perspective. Maybe there was some miscommunication at some point to where he felt like I believe it's just difference in perspectives in life, where I constantly want to progress, and he or other people are content. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you attain a goal that you've wanted all your life and you are content after that, that's great. More power to you. I am glad that you're glad. For me, my life purpose is to continuously grow and become the best person I can be. And I also become happy or content with the steps that I take that are closer to that person. And that's a different way of living, of being. And that's okay. It did bother me to a certain extent because I kept expressing that and explaining that and expressing that and explaining that, and it seemed like he didn't understand it. And my other coworker was like, well, my manager was saying, what's the goal? And my other coworker was like, what, does she think she's gonna be God, or she can't be God? She said something like that in a joking fashion. And to a certain extent, it felt like she or they, I'm not sure, maybe it was just the energy of that comment that made me feel this way. But that made me feel like they were judging, or yeah, it felt like they were judging to a certain extent. It wasn't in the sense of understanding my perspective, it was in the sense of changing how I see things and making it seem like there was something wrong with it. Yes, he did express that he felt like there was nothing wrong with that, but the way that he kept asking over and over again, even as I explained to him in detail why I am the way that I am and what my purpose is, what my goal is, who I want to be, I expressed to him who I am. And he didn't accept it. It was as if he felt like it was unreal or unimaginable, or he didn't understand it. He had a different way of looking at the world and at life. He lives his life in enjoyment, which is great. I live my life in progression, which is great as well. I accept his perspective. It seemed as if he did not accept mine. And her comment did bother me. Because after she said it, they both took a second and laughed and continued with the conversation. And in truth, I don't feel like what she said was positive, uplifting, or I don't feel like it was anything that contributed positively to the conversation. I believe that she was taking the opportunity to poke or make fun at my beliefs, at my goals, my way of being, my way of thinking. Which I accept her, who she is, what she said, but I personally do not agree with it. And yeah, that's what happened. And after that, my manager left, and I talked to my other coworker about it, expressing to him that, was I pushy with my beliefs? Did I make him feel uncomfortable? Is there anything that I did that may have made him feel like he had to, justify himself? And he was saying no, he just wanted to understand your perspective, he wanted to understand where you were coming from, and things of the sorts. But to a certain extent, for me, it felt like he was making it seem like there was something wrong with me focusing on myself and my development. And that didn't make me feel comfortable. That made me feel like all of the work that I put into the job, the place, the people, all of it, all of the work that I put into myself to be the brightest person that I can be and shine my light for everyone around me, be there for everyone and anyone whenever I am needed, was not appreciated. And for that, it really solidified my thoughts and feelings on the fact of wanting to leave, on the fact of knowing that my worth is greater than the position that I had at the job. So I thought about it. I asked my guardians, my angels, my ancestors, and the divine Neteru to help me and send me a sign for what the next step was. The next couple of hours, I was thinking. I was getting the signs, getting the messages, the angel numbers. I looked them up. I saw what they meant. I understood. This is not the place for me. That was not the place for me. And that place did not align with my highest good. So I proceeded to call my manager and resign. Because that's what is best for me. It has been around 4 days since I made that choice. At the beginning, I decided to put my 2 weeks in. As I continued, I decided that I could not be there anymore. that if I continued to go there, it would be me continuing to put myself in situations that I am aware are not the best for me. So I let him know. I expressed to him that I would not be going back. And from that point on, everything in my life has been self-care, self-love, self-realization, understanding. And it's the best decision I could have made. I am so happy with that decision. And the universe and my guides support me all the way. I feel great about it. In this time, I've been doing a lot of introspection, staying in my home. I also made a choice to disconnect and separate myself from the people at my workplace that I was talking to. I also disconnected and separated myself with that coworker that made that comment. We were on a path of becoming closer, and in truth, that comment showed me their perspective on me. And allowed me to realize the fact that I do not accept, or I accept her as a person, but I do not accept lower vibrational energies that poke fun at others into my sacred space. I chose to separate myself from that person because I understood that they were not and are not going to truthfully and honestly support me in my journey. They may say they do, they may act like they do, but energy shows truth. And whether a human being lies with their words, their energy cannot lie. You cannot hide your true intentions. And for that reason, I chose to remove myself from that situation, which I also believe was one of the best decisions I could have made. I am making decisions that are in my best interest for my highest good. And that's wonderful. So now I am building a business. Let's take a moment and appreciate that. Actually, let me give myself a round of applause because, yes, yes, I am making a completely eco-friendly, spiritual and conscious apparel line, a clothing line. The name is Golden Oro Apparel, and I am so excited. I've made one shirt design so far, and it's beautiful. It took a lot of energy and focus, determination in the time, in the moment. Because in truth, I am putting my all into this. All, my everything. And I can tell that I am divinely guided. The universe continues to reassure me that I am on the right path, and that makes me feel so good. So I want you guys to know that no matter where you are in life, you can do it. Keep on going, keep on working. Don't let others put you down or make you feel guilty about taking care of yourself. You have got this. You know what is best for you. You know yourself and understand yourself better than anyone else. You can choose to accept what other people believe you feel, or you can choose not to. You know yourself. And don't let anyone or anything get in the way of you going towards yourself. I love you. I appreciate you. I am grateful for you being here and listening. And I hope that you can take away understanding, peace, comfort, and or stability from watching my videos, from hearing my situation and where I am in life. Understand that you are not alone, and somewhere in the world there is someone that is going through the same struggles as you, or has been someone that has gone through the same struggles. I wish for the best for you. Have a great day, night, afternoon, evening, whatever it is. I hope you have a great one. Bye.